Hi there, I'm here to describe to you the App Inventor, and hopefully you'll be excited enough to come along to the pre-Pesach bootcamp. I'm going to Google and just putting App Inventor in, and top thing comes up is MIT App Inventor, and that's the tool that we're going to be using to build apps. The type of apps that we're going to build are going to be some games, and you can actually look around at this website and it can describe to you all different types of things that you can build. Now, since I have a Google account and you'll need one too, when I click on the Create button over here, it goes immediately to the projects that I am working on. Everything is actually stored on the cloud and on their site, and you don't actually have to store and find anything yourself. And if I'm actually clicking on, I see immediately the project I'm working on, and this is a soccer game that I'm creating, and this is something that we'll do together. And we'll be kicking the ball towards the goalie, and the goalie will be moving around and saving the ball. And we can click it, push it, flick the ball into the goal. Now, everything is made up of different types of components. And over here you see user interface, and these are the things that you can place onto the screen. We've put some grass on, a goal, a goalie and a ball, as well as some other things as well. As well as user interface, there are things which help layouts to show different layouts on the screen. Media, you can add the camera and play with text-to-speech, video and other exciting things like that. We can do some drawing and balls and canvas, and some of this we're showing here. And sensors, moving the phone around in different directions, can also be understood by the code, and it can do different things, as well as actually connecting to other things over the network, over the internet. And hopefully we'll be building a simple app like this. Now, most of the code is actually shown in a separate page. This is the designer page under something called blocks. And this is made up of code that, even though I don't expect any of you to understand yet, unless you've actually built this yourself, you can see that it's pretty straightforward in some way. This piece over here that I'm showing in yellow, it says when the ball collides with something, and if the something happens to be a goalie, then the ball stops and we say, hey, the ball has been saved. Otherwise, if it actually goes into the goal, we say it's a goal. So even though you actually don't know how this works or how to build this, you see that it's relatively simple to build. Now, and we have other projects, and all the projects, as I said, are shown underneath my projects over here. And you can actually save them all on a browser, and that's the great thing about this, that all you have to come with is a computer with any browser, a Mac or a PC. And another game that we were looking at is a memory game, shuffling cards. And in this game, we need to actually shuffle some pictures that we have from the phone. Now, even though shuffling sounds pretty straightforward, and we can do that in a second with our hands, when it comes to code, it's a little bit more difficult. So sometimes code is complicated. And this particular shuffle, called a routine over here, a procedure, this piece over here is what is needed in order to shuffle the cards. So we're going to actually have to spend a lot of time understanding what all this means and how to use it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is the type of thing that you will be doing at the bootcamp, and by the end of the week, hopefully you should have a nice little game or two that you'll be able to take home with you. As well as that, you'll be able to actually show it to your friends by building it and sending it, creating a file and sending it to other people's phones. And also, as we're building the game, we can actually test it on our devices, on our phones. So if you have an Android device, please bring it along. That would be great. The more the better. And you can connect using an app on the phone and see the changes on the screen immediately, which is a great way of testing. As well as that, if you don't happen to have a phone, there's also a way of connecting it to, not connecting, but actually using what is called an emulator, a picture of a app of the phone on the PC or the Mac that you were working on, and you can actually see how it would look. So even if you haven't got a phone, you're invited to come along and participate. So hopefully this gives you a very, very short overview of what type of stuff we will be doing. Again, go to App Inventor, put it into Google, have a look round, create yourself a Google account, and you can even start building something. And the more the better, because if you come with more knowledge, we can actually build more, better apps in the time that we have. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.